guys, it's Miss Simpson and it's time for social studies today. So we are going to be talking about Audie Murphy. Audie Murphy today, and this is a very important person. He is a decorated United States soldier of World War II. Last week we talked about the Great Depression and World War II and what happened and all of those things. So this is one of the most important people that we learn about in fourth grade. So his name is Audie Murphy. I'm going to read this. I'm not really going to read it word for word. I'm going to talk to you about it. And then you are going to answer some questions about this biography that we are reading. So make sure you pay attention. I've also posted pictures of this biography on your assignment for you to use, and I will show you that here in just a second. So let's go ahead and let's look over this. So he was a decorated United States soldier of World War II, and he was awarded many U.S. medals and several from France and Belgium. He received every decoration for valor that his country had to offer, and some of them more than once. And he had 3 Purple Hearts for the 3 wounds he received in combat. So he was born on June 20th, 1924 in Kensington, Texas, and he was the 6th of 12 children, and he grew up in Celeste, Texas. He went through 8 grades of school, so through the 8th grade in Celeste, before he dropped out to help provide for his family after their father left him. He plowed and he picked cotton on any farm that would hire him for $1 a day. Could you imagine? $1 a day. Now, $1 was worth a lot more back then, and it went a lot further. But $1 a day, that is not enough to survive off of. So in 1941, Murphy was 16. His mother actually died, and him and his older sister, Corinne, agreed to place their 3 youngest siblings in an orphanage to make sure they were taken care of. But he came back to get them when World War II was over. So after Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941, Murphy, he was 17. He tried to join the armed service, but he was turned away because he was too young. So then in 1942, after he had turned 18, he was finally accepted into the United States Army. And when he was accepted into the Army, he was 5 feet, 5.5 inches tall, and he weighed 110 pounds. Now, 5 feet, 5.5 inches, 110 pounds. That is quite small. I mean, I know he was only 18, but that's pretty small for somebody going into the Army. That's smaller than I am. I'm 5'7", and that's 2 inches smaller than I am. But after he had been in the Army for 3 years, he's still growing. He was 5'7" and 145 pounds. So he got a lot of muscle there. So one of his bravest acts that he did happened on January 26, 1945, and that is when German forces attacked his unit near Colmar, France. He jumped on a burning tank destroyer, and he used a machine gun to kill about 50 enemy troops. That is extremely brave. And then in early June 1945, 1 month after Germany gave up, he returned from Europe to a hero's welcome in his home state of Texas, where he was honored with parades and dinners and speeches, and he was nationally recognized, and he appeared on Life magazine in 1945, which caught the attention of Hollywood. Hollywood was like, oh! So after he got out of the Army in 1945, he actually began his motion picture career. That's movies. His first leading role didn't come until his 3rd movie, which was called Bad Boy, and altogether he starred in 33 Hollywood Westerns. So some of his films that he watched are right there, and in addition to his movies, he also found success as a country music songwriter, and many of his songs were recorded and put out by such performers as Dean Martin and Charlie Pride. I don't know if you know who those people are, but very famous. So Murphy's life actually came to a very tragic end when he died in an airplane crash in May of 1971 during Memorial Day weekend. He was on a private plane, and he was flying in fog and rain, and he actually crashed into the side of a mountain 20 miles west of Roanoke, Virginia. The pilot and all 5 passengers, including Murphy, were killed. And although he owned and flew his own plane earlier in his career at Hollywood, he was a passenger on this day. So on June 7th, 1971, the 46-year-old Murphy was buried with full military honors at Arlington National Cemetery. Then in 1999, Governor George W. Bush declared June 20th the official Audie Murphy Day in the state of Texas. And in 2000, Audie Murphy was honored with his portrait on a 33-cent United States postage stamp. Even though he had success in Hollywood, he never forgot his rural Texas roots. He returned often to Dallas, where he owned a small ranch, and he was a man for whom Texas should be proud because he served his country and he was a national hero. So that is all about Audie Murphy. If you want to know any more, you can Google him and read some more about him, or you can reread this if you missed anything. But today for your assignment, I did post the biography pictures right here if you need to go back and reference them, but you are going to, answer these questions, and they all come from the passage. So if you can't find the answers, you need to go back and look in the passage, and I am taking a grade on this. So let's let it load, let it load, let it load. But they are questions directly from the passage that we just went over and read. So if I were you, I'd reread it. And then it tells you in paragraph whatever, and paragraph whatever, and paragraph whatever. And go back and look and reread those sections. Remember, they are all labeled. All right. I love you guys so much. I hope you have a great day and do your very best on this assignment. Bye.